Oh, Julia, can you hear me now? Thank you so much for letting me know that. I hadn't turned the microphone on. Linda Bell, can't hear a thing. Okay, this is, let me see. I'll plug that in again. I've turned the volume up. Yes, good. Linda can hear me. This is good. Julia can hear. Woohoo! Robin, no sound here yet. Give it a couple of seconds. Hi, Carrie. Nice to see you. Robin, it looks like from this end it's working. My microphone is saying yes. My Wi-Fi is saying yes. It might pay to, sometimes it helps to close down the Facebook Live and then jump back in. Sometimes it's a Facebook glitch. See if that helps. See if that works. Okay. So frustrating when this happens. We need one of those. Yeah, so irritating. Anyway, see how that goes. So welcome to call 4 of the self-care thriving during lockdown call. Today we're going to talk about when over-caring blocks self-care. Okay. Kerry, can you let me know whether you can hear? Oh, Robin, you've got it. Awesome. This is so good. Oh, good. Thank you, Colette. That's helpful to know. Hi, Marie. How are you? Nice to see you here. So, good. So welcome to call 4. There are 3 other calls. If you've missed the 3 other calls, are all in the Facebook group. And you're most welcome to go and listen to them there. I keep noticing that I keep putting my hand on my face, and one of the COVID rules obviously is to not put your hand around your face. So there we go, I'll tuck it away. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Avril Carpenter and I'm a weight loss hypnotherapist, and I help women make peace with food, make peace with their bodies so they can live the life they truly crave. And today we are going to talk about boundaries. And at first glance, it's quite hard to see how boundaries have got anything to do with comfort eating. But something I've noticed in 10 years of working with women is often comfort eating, there's my hand, stems from having unclear boundaries, or in some cases non-existent boundaries. And I'm talking about mental and emotional boundaries. Okay, having boundaries is super important. Think about what's happening with the COVID boundaries at the moment. We are getting very clear guidelines from scientists saying things like hands near your face, washing your hands, good. Now, we might not like some of the guidelines and rules that we've been given for our lockdown, but part of us loves boundaries. We feel safer when we have boundaries, and we feel it gives us some certainty within the uncertainty. So even if we resist them, even if we rebel against them, our unconscious mind does like having those boundaries. I'm laughing because I just keep noticing my hand come up to my face. So as comfort eaters, often what happens is we have unclear boundaries. And because we have unclear boundaries, we tend to assume responsibility for everything and everyone, which means we often overgive, over-deliver, overcare, often so much so until it hurts, until we are in emotional pain. Okay? And this overgiving, overcaring, it breeds resentment, and we stuff down our anger with food. Does this resonate? Does this resonate with you? Hi Sarah, hi Sue, good to see you. Hi Sally, good to see you too. So does that make sense? This overgiving, overcaring, these lack of boundaries can lead to us feeling cross, resentful, angry, and we stuff it down with food. So check in with yourself. I know I used to do this all the time, okay? I would give and I'd give and I'd give because it seemed like the nice thing to do. And back then I was really big on being a nice girl. And then I would end up by eating out of martyrdom and resentment, okay? So where do you spread yourself so thin that you get resentful or angry or blamey, passive aggressive? That was big for me. Or martyry, and then resort to food. Okay? And this is a judgment-free zone. You're amongst friends. And you don't even need to be honest with me in the comments. Just get honest with yourself. Whereabouts are you overgiving so much in your life that you're not giving to yourself? Okay? So the mindset tool that we are exploring today, it helps you to mentally compartmentalize, to detach, and stop feeling responsible for the entire world. Okay? Now detaching, I want to be clear around that because that can be a bit triggery for some women. We feel that being detached means we don't care. And that's not true. Okay, it's simply not true. We comfort eaters need to learn to care for ourselves first, to put our needs first. Okay. Now, Byron Katie is the creator of this tool, and she calls it 3 types of business. You may have heard of it. It's brilliant. Okay. I prefer to think of it as keeping your eyes on your own plate. Okay, keeping your eyes on your own plate. And the way it works is this. Everything in this world, everything, and there are no exceptions, because trust me, I've looked, there are no exceptions. Everything in this world can be divided into one of 3 types of business. The first one is your business, okay? Or my business, okay? I'm going to talk in first person, my business. Now that's what I think, what I feel, what I do. It's within my control. It's what I'm responsible for. It's how often I wash my hands. It's whether I keep my hands away from my face. It's whether I serve myself nourishing foods, how many glasses of wine I choose to drink, whether I choose to go down a social media rabbit hole. It's within my control. Okay? I'm responsible. It's my business. Number 2 is other people's business. So this is your partner, your parents, your children, your boss, your colleagues, your neighbors. It's everything other people think, feel, do. Other people's business. So when I'm thinking Tom should drink fewer beers at night, or when I'm thinking my neighbour should stop being a drama queen and reading all those media reports on the virus. Not my business. Okay? Not my responsibility. All right? Now, the third one is Byron Katie talks about God's business. I think it's important to find a word that resonates with you. I tend to think about it as the universe's business or Mother Nature's business. Okay? Now that's all the big stuff. It's, will it rain today? Tidal timetables, and certainly the virus fits into that. Okay, it's all the big stuff, and it is outside of my control. It's outside of other people's control. Right? So it's the universe's business. And when I'm worrying about things like, will it rain today? Or how long will this lockdown continue for? Not my business. It's the universe's business. Okay? Does that make sense? 3 types of business. My business, other people's business, and the universe's business. All right? Is this... Hi, Margaret. How you doing? Hi, Katya. Is this resonating? Does it make sense? One of the easiest ways to take back power around food is to stay in your business. That's the name of the game. Okay? Because it's the only business that we can control. And the next time you feel panicky or stressed, or you find yourself heading to the pantry and you're thinking about eating and you know you're not truly hungry, you're just comfort eating hunger, I want you to ask yourself the question, whose business am I in? And you'll probably find yourself laughing, because usually when we go into that place, a survival mode place, that place of stress and anxiety, we're not in our own business, we're in other people's business, or we're in the universe's business. And the name of the game is to come back to that which you can control. Okay? Whose business, right now, whose business am I in? And that question by itself returns you to yourself. It returns you to you. Okay? This takes me back to 2008. I just met you. That's awesome, Linda. Hi, Sonia. How you doing? Hello, hello. It's so powerful. A lot of clients will share that when they learn this tool, this way of looking at the world, they realize that they've spent almost their entire life mentally living in people's business, that they've never actually really been in their own business. And for a lot of people, especially if you do a lot of loneliness eating, it will really resonate, because if your business is here, but you're perpetually over there in someone else's business, then no wonder you feel lonely, because you're not here with yourself, you're over there in other people's business. So that's where it's very eye-opening, and it helps us to be present in our own lives, to come back to that which we can control and put ourselves on our own to-do list. It's often a self-sabotage technique. It's something that I used to do a lot, and I still do, is go into other people's business as a way of avoiding my own business. I'd get all up in somebody else's business, so then, well, I don't need to do my own stuff because I'm so busy over there with them. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. Go into people's business want, but just recognize that you're doing it and that you have choice. Okay? And just keep coming back to your own business. Now, this is really, really helpful for the control freaks amongst us. Because when we really come back to our own business, when we genuinely control what we can control and let go of the rest, there's not actually that much for us to do. Life gets very simple. It gets very clear. And it becomes a lot more fun because we're present to our own life. Okay? Now, confession time. Do I always stay in my own business? No. I'm human. I still go into other people's business from time to time. But whenever I find myself thinking about comfort eating, it's a question I go to. Whose business am I in? And very often I'll find that I've been worrying about what someone thinks of me, or I'll be worrying about what someone else may or may not do. And I can't control any of that. Or I'm worrying about whether it's going to rain today. Well, we can think about whether it's going to rain today. That's obviously the universe's business, and from that I can decide whether to do the laundry and hang it inside or not do the laundry. You can still make decisions, but it's just about moving forwards with your life without getting stuck in other people's business or the universe's business. Okay? And as soon as you notice that feeling in your body, the icky, stressy, anxiety feeling, that loneliness feeling, just come back to your own business. Okay? Remember to come back to your own business. So I really want you to think about, and this is your own business, think about how do you show up during lockdown and beyond. Okay? Start to think about how you're showing up for yourself, and how you show up for yourself will influence others. You'll be an amazing example for others. So instead of doing what I sometimes do, which is nag my husband, because that's never going to work, think about how you can lead by example, by being that example, coming back to your own business. Okay? Who do you want to be during lockdown and beyond? Okay? Because that's your business. So any questions, let me go to the comments. Sally says that's so true. It is. Pretty sure I head to the pantry as a procrastination tool. Yep. So come back to your own business, okay? Keep your eyes on your own plate. What your partner or your kids or your spouse or your mum and dad, what everyone else is doing is not your business. Come back to your own business. Keep your eyes on your own plate. It's a wonderful form of self-care. Okay, it's a wonderful form of self-care. It's very nourishing. It's very honouring for you and for everyone around you. Okay. Have a super day. Come back to your own business. Keep your eyes on your own plate. And if there's a part of you that's going, oh, but I feel like such a meanie, just know that that's conditioning that we women often receive. We feel like having boundaries makes us mean or uncaring. And that is simply not true. That is just conditioning. All right. Know over caring for others leads to comfort eating. It leads to martyr eating. Come back to what you can do, what you can control, what you can focus on, and take action from there. Okay? Have a super day in your own business, and I'll see you tomorrow for the final day, for day 5 of Thriving During Lockdown. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.